Welcome
Yes.
to our Three Things at Three. I'm Allison, if you're just joining us.
And I'm Jackie.
And we have a really, really fun pie-inspired project for you.
So
it's a machine embroidery inspired. So if you don't machine embroidery yet, we want to tempt you to jump on over. And if you do, we have some really fun things to show you. I wanted to just go back just a little bit and talk to you about stitching on tea towels.
Yes.
Because it's a little tricky. And sometimes we're like, okay, how do we get that so that we do it correctly? So I have my hoop right here. So the first thing that's really helpful is we use a sticky back wash away.
The best.
The reason is because you don't want something heavy on the back of your tea towels for the rest of your tea towel life, right?
Well, and you don't want to hoop it either.
No.
It's hard to hoop and get it straight.
Right.
So this is just perfect.
So I used a sticky back wash away. Now, my favorite thing to do is just to take a pin and just take a little score right here after it's hooped.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can do it, but it's just a little bit thin. But once you do this, literally look how easy that is. It just pulls right off. And then you can just come around. So that is how I like to get that started. So once I have this on, then you notice you have your lines right here.
Your middle and sides.
And your sides. So Lisa taught me this next trick.
And this is sticky.
Yes, so we can just stick it right on there.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've taken my tea towel right here, and I fold it in half right here, but I want to find the center. So then I fold it this way and just crease just a little bit.
So
and
that
you can
see.
iron that crease in, but you'll kind of see that crease mark.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
then
you can even use a pencil or something
right,
to, right?
Right, but
water soluble.
I don't know if you can kind of see just a little bit. But once I have that in half, this is what she taught me. If you'll fold it in half and then fold it in half again and find this crease right here, then that is a really good spot to put your center point. And then you're going to get your tea towels so that they're always kind of centered in exactly the same spot. And so shout out to Lisa who taught me that, because I thought that was really great.
That is really, really great.
Because then once we're on here, then we can use our center points right here. So we'll just take this cross hatch right here, and then we're the center right here, and just like they showed with the pie, just kind of lay it on there.
It's exactly, you can fold it and then
there's so many great things. And then stripes are easy because then you have this, and then we'll just
push that down. It's perfect.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
So that is my first tip that I wanted to show today.
That's why I love the sticky back stabilizer.
Right.
Because you can just float that on top of the hoop, and it makes it easier so that you can get a
really great.
Can you imagine trying to
push it down? I mean, it inevitably, every single time, it inevitably will shift a little bit.
Yeah.
So then my second tip is that you hear this a lot, but this is a cutaway. Okay. It's a heavy cutaway. Now, if you are embroidering and you have kind of a thick embroidery, and the lettering on this you say goodbye, and I say hello, is a little bit thick. You don't want it to pucker. It's dense, yes.
It has a lot of stitches in a small area.
But this wash away is a little thin.
Yeah.
You can actually take a piece and do what's called a float, where you slide it right underneath and just let it float, and then when you pull it away, it kind of helps that. So that's my second tip.
That is a great tip.
Yep. And Peggy says she never gets puckers with that sticky back. I very rarely do either, Peggy, but one thing I do is if you start to pucker even just a little bit, it's only going to get worse. Just stop your machine.
And slide a piece.
Cut your thing and just slide it right underneath it.
Yeah.
So that's my second one.
That's a great tip.
Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is, I don't know if the camera will pick this up, and we kind of stitched this out on just some scratch paper.
Okay.
And so
actually fabric.
Scrap
paper.
Yep.
No.
Yes. So one of the other things is, if you are doing lettering, and especially if it's small and if it's a dark thread, lots of times we do not change our bobbin color.
That's right.
So if you will put a black bobbin, and I don't know if you can see this very well, but if you can see that this is a little bit darker here and a little bit more, it stands out.
Right.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit more than this one right here. And it's because I stitched this one with a white bobbin, this one with a dark bobbin. The other thing is that if you'll use a 40 or a 60 weight thread in your top and bottom bobbin, then you get really great stitch outs on the lettering. And I have found, Lisa and I also talked about this today, we have found, I love pre-wound bobbins when I am sewing, but sometimes on embroidery, wind your own.
I like to wind my own. I'm exactly that way too, I
Yeah.
like to wind it with the thread that I'm using with embroidery.
Yes, and so that was just another tip. So then the last thing that you'll notice is that I wanted to show you is you'll notice on this that on your pie we have a little bit of fabric underneath for our crust, but
Cute.
this is just a design. And so that is not a typo. That is how it will work. But two people came in and they kind of looked at me funny and I'm like, no, that is the design. Should we stitch out just a...
I think we should.
Okay. All right, so we've loaded the embroidery. It's on the bottom one.
Okay, let's
Right
find.
here.
It's so cute.
Yep,
I
it's
can't
so
wait to do
cute.
this.
And like I said, it's only on the 6x10 size. And the first thing that we are going to stitch, we're not going to stitch a lot of it, but let's just start stitching this just a little bit so they can see how fun this is.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you don't have your towel underneath.
Yes, so that you're stitching
that
the
you're
bottom.
stitching.
So Terry would like us to show how to slide the heavy cutaway under the hoop. So that's really
Are you ready?
great.
So I've got it attached to my embroidery arm. So all I'm doing is just barely lifting that up and sliding it underneath the hoop.
Yep.
So you can check to see if it's covering the whole thing, and it looks like it's doing a really good job. So, alrighty, are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay, here we go. This is what's so fun about machine embroidery. If you've never done this before, it really is just very therapeutic.
Right.
You just watch them as you push the button and let it do its thing. So these first set of stitches are the placement. So then we want to just make sure that our felt is over the top of all of that. We're going to hit the button and go, and voila.
Voila! It's just like that. Magic.
Yeah, you can actually tape it down if you want to, but where it's felt.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of weight and it lays really flat.
And it's going to go around twice. Oh, this is so cute.
Isn't this so cute?
Yes, it is darling. So you just trim it close to the edge because it's going to go over with a satin stitch, right?
Right.
So you try and cut it as close to it as you can.
So we're just going to take and trim this up, and like I said, I don't think we're going to stitch out too much more. I just wanted to just stitch just a little to show how fun and how easy the stitch is
and
out.
you do the same thing when you're doing an applique on a machine embroidery. It's the exact same steps no matter what.
Right.
There's always a placement line. You lay your fabric on the top, then it tacks it down, then you trim it, and then you do that until you just follow the screen.
Right.
And then it ends up with a decorative thread, decorative stitch or a satin stitch to cover that, which is so cute.
Fun. And like I said, the only hint that I would give you on that is try it. Try switching when you do your darker lettering. If you do a black or a dark brown or a navy blue or whatever you choose to do, change your bobbin and just see if it makes a difference, because it really made a difference on this. So I'll just trim this out so you can see how this goes, because it's so cute.
I do love the felt on it. You could even do leather.
Yes, wouldn't that be fun?
A red leather would be really fun. I just love the whole thing. You say goodbye,
and I say hello.